Good evening and welcome to the news today. Israeli police, along with the military, held an urgent meeting this afternoon to evaluate what action to take concerning the Druze population in the country's north. It comes fresh off two incidents in the Golan Heights involving Druze attacks on wounded Syrians being treated in northern Israel, stemming from a belief that Israel is aiding Syrian fighters of the al-Nusra front linked to al-Qaeda. Correspondent Shai Ben Arie brings us this story from the Israel-Syria border.
Tensions between Druze residents of the Golan Heights and Israeli authorities have reached a new peak after a group of Druze protesters attacked an Israeli military ambulance carrying two Syrians injured in the war raging across the border. The mob chased the vehicle Monday night from near the border to the community of Neve Ativ, where they succeeded in extracting the two Syrians from the ambulance. In the violence that ensued, one of the Syrians was killed and the other seriously injured. Many of the Druze living here are angry with the Israeli government, which they believe is providing aid to the Nusra Front, an Islamist Syrian rebel group with ties to al-Qaeda.
They're all al-Nusra over there. It's not a matter of citizens. Anyone can easily say he's a citizen when he's actually a Nusra member. You understand? When you're in the middle of war and you have a helicopter firing from above, does the pilot know if he's firing at a citizen or at a Hamas militant? He doesn't know.
The Druze are seen as heretics by the Islamist militants, and a number of them have been killed in recent weeks by the Nusra Front. This retired Israeli army officer did not rule out the possibility of Israel providing treatment to Nusra militants.
I know from firsthand that the only thing that we are doing is give them medical support and evacuate the casualties from the battle. That's all. We may evacuate some casualties from Jaffa and Nusra, but we definitely do not cooperate and help them in their struggle. It's not our Israeli job. We are out of this game.
Others in the Druze community have condemned Monday's attack.
I see this incident as a murder and a crime, a lynch that goes against every human principle imaginable. It is a high moral principle in Israel that no one is going to give up, to provide humanitarian medical aid to all who want it.
Israeli Druze leaders met Tuesday at the site of Jethro's tomb in northern Israel to condemn violence. They called on members of their community to refrain from taking the law into their own hands. Security at Israeli hospitals was bolstered to protect Syrians receiving treatment. This parking lot near the entrance to the community of Neve Ativ in the Golan Heights was the scene of the attack last night on the military ambulance. The bloodstains here on the ground mark the exact site of the incident. It appears the sectarian tensions that fuel the conflict on the other side of the border continue to have ramifications for those living on this side as well. Shai Ben Arie, I-24 News, the Golan Heights.